Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, regulars to the show will be expecting me to be reviewing this map today. This is Fjordland by Mr. Miyagi. It's just been re-released as a mass transit version, just in time for PDXCon and the Campus Global Build-Off Challenge. Now, we did review this back in episode 100 and something. It got 13 stars that time, 5, 4 and 4. Now, it has been improved. It's got a new theme, it's got a bigger buildable area, which is great for a build-off challenge. But it's pretty much extensively the same map as before. So given that we've reviewed it already and it's probably only going to get an extra star for gameplay, let's do something new and exciting, shall we? Now, new and exciting on the workshop appears to be like this today. It's completely new, it's got by a completely new creator.
It's my first map.
That's right. Now, is it any good? Well, it's a fixer-upper. There's plenty of things to fix as you're going along, but it does have a game breaker. Now, that is easily fixed with 2 clicks, but more about that when we get onto the review. But before we get on with the review, I would like you to remove your beekeeper's helmet. Yeah, beekeeper's helmet's off, thank you. Why? Well, how on earth are you going to hit the like button with your nose with that beekeeper's helmet on now? Come on, think about it. That's right, hitting the like button with your nose really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thanks for taking the time. You may now replace your helmet. Today's map is Pagania by maniacpw, and I'm pretty sure I'll be changing that throughout the show. The start square, I would say that it's a better start square just off to the right there, but other than that, it's awful, isn't it? There's your terrain heights, plenty of buildable locations on the map. We've got probably the only one that isn't that good at all. And then resources, if you don't mind field painting, then you'll like today's map. If you don't like it, then it's kind of, yeah, okay. Off to the workshop. We'll be using the Moraine Farmlands theme by Pagania, and we'll be using the Realistic 1.2 LUT. Now, there is mentions of the game-breaking issues in the comments. Unfortunately, the creator hasn't gone and fixed the problem. I'll tell you what to do, Mr. Creator, Mr. maniacpw for the win, as we go through the review. But it has been covered in your comments, and it is easy for you to fix. So anyway, highways. Highways are not too bad on this map. In fact, the whole map as a total is really interesting, really diverse. There's a lot of things going on. In fact, there's so many things going on, like encroaching trees. We've got one here. We have got some drowned trees, which I won't show you, but if you go right back to start the show, those first 1 or 2 seconds, you can see them in the foreground, in the water. So yeah, we've got drowned trees, we've got those. We've got plenty of other fiddly newbie mistakes, little errors that honestly are so easy to fix, and it's up to you if you bothers you or not. We'll follow the road around here to our first intersection. Flopped intersection, very nice intersection as well. Liking the work that's going on here. And there's loads of the network on this map there's just loads of it. We can't look at every road. We won't even try to look at every road. We won't stop and look at every tree that's in the wrong place. Basically, it's just a lot going on. A lot going on. In fact, I didn't even know where to start. Like this rock. Okay? just that rock. That rock's going on. We'll head down this way towards our next intersection. And see, if you look all around, loads of buildable locations. Next intersection here, again, very sweet indeed. No problems with that at all. And then we'll just roll on. We've got a little bit of encroaching trees going on there as well. Again, not going to show you everyone, but some of them. Just some of them, yeah. Keep the show interesting and alive. Alive, I tell you. But yeah, there's something about this map that feels well planned out, well laid out, and it's just all comes together. And we've got some jinky janky here. Now this is easy fixed, Mr. Maniac. What we'll do is see there, the 2 nodes are perfectly aligned, and just coming up to there you've got the bends. What we'll do is I'm just going to straighten these up a little bit until the whole thing pops. Pop, there you go, and straighten that up a little bit. We've probably got a bit of jinky janky a little bit further up now. A smidgen, yeah, just a wee bit. I'll just pop those around like that. There you go, and everything's good again. Now that's much improved, but then we've still got this. I'm not quite sure why we've got this uppy downy going on here, but it's an oopsie. Definitely got an oopsie going on there. Next intersection again, plopped intersection. I've had a look for pillar problems. I don't see any pillar problems. We do have some trees that might be problematic, but I'm sure you can work out how to use that bulldoze button if you don't like them. And again, here we've got some jinky janky going on here. I mean, there's no reason for it there. Straight road from here, perfectly straight road from there. Don't even need to do a bend in it. It's lovely. Anyway, let's rootle along. Yeah, more jinky janky there, mind stuff. 1 or 2 pebbles in the road here. 1 or 2. Mind yourself there, blistered blue truck. You could have gone around that. You have plenty of opportunity to go around that. Now the road kind of drops off a little bit here. It's not the worst though. It's not the worst. And it emerges over here. Now this is the worst. What's going on here? What is going on there? Again, just moving those 2 nodes down to ground level, and everything's smooth. It's easily fixed. It's seconds to fix that one. There's lots of little fixer-upper bits. I've already warned you about that, haven't I? Down here to our next intersection. Now, this is what I would call the start square, even though it's not. I would move it across here if I was you. And we've got another little start intersection down here. Looks a little bit awkward. I've got to say that the down ramps are a bit steep. Would be okay if you're on like a motorbike or something, but if you're in that Arctic coming down there, it's just too steep really for that, for realism. And then we'll head across here into what is actually the start square. We've got quite a nice little bridge here, you know, across there. It's sloped, but people are telling me that's fine, so I'll accept that. And then if you have a look here, we've got a little tunnel cutting through to a little zigzag road down here. Then we go across here, we've got, now, level crossings so close to the highway might be causing some problems. We get about 5 cars in there before it tails back onto the highway. And that's not the prettiest. And then we snake our way down into what is the start square. Not a huge amount of build plane going on there. You can see a little bit there. I don't know, it's still steep there, isn't it? So, anyway, there. That's where we're going. To have a look at the asset of the day, which is taking up virtually all of the buildable spot. It's police station, medium sized by Semthgorn. And the thing with Semthgorn is they know how to make really generic, but really good generic buildings. This just feels just perfect for almost any city build, doesn't it? Why you wouldn't subscribe to this, I do not know. And let's have a look at factoids, because factoids. The water spider lives underwater and breathes by trapping a bubble of air on its body and carrying it back to its nest. Ah, isn't it so sweet, eh? Anyway, yes, enough about water spiders. So yes, this, I mean, I'm loving these. I'm not sure, this is smokers areas maybe. Can't quite work out what those 2 little alcoves are for, but it's a great building. I'm definitely going to sub to that. Definitely going to Duvo into the secondary town area. Police station, medium sized by Semthgorn, today's asset of the day. Right, we'll go right. No reason. Now, we've got, I think, 6 different highway connections going off the edge of the map. Then we've got a whole bunch of... Oh, hang on, before we talk about that, have a look at this tunnel. Have a look at this tunnel, right? Okay, a little bit of a iffy entrance going in there, but look, you may recognise that as a Network Extensions 2 tunnel. It's not on the requirements list. This map needs Network Extensions 2, and anybody who's loaded this map and that doesn't have it has probably waited 20 minutes for the map to load, and it'll crash dead. So, maniacpw, if you'd like to add Network Extensions 2 to your requirements list, then everybody's moaning that your map is broken will not have a broken map anymore. Well done. That's all you need to do. But yes, it's broken, basically. Just I have Network Extensions 2. Anyway, we have those little roads like this. A lot of them look like they're going off to the edge of the map. They don't actually connect with the edge of the map if we go into the fog. I'm not going to switch the fog off. You don't need to see that. You can always connect them with the mod, any outside road connections, I think it's called. Rail. Now, the rail is pretty good apart from every single bridge. Like these. Considering it's quite a hilly map, the routes that the rail take is pretty nice. And the tunnels. Forget about the bridges. The tunnels. The tunnels aren't. Look at this. That's just amazing. Well done. I've never seen anything quite so spectacular in all my life. And not so bad coming out. I'm saying something looking at that. Yeah. Okay. And we've got humpback bridges, which of course steel boxcars really do like going over humpback bridges. But yes, other than that, I get a real good feel. Oh, hang on. And level crossings. Level crossings across here. Well, we got one with a level crossing. We got 2 lines that were built with anarchy by the looks of it. So that traffic will stop there, but not for the other 2. Which means when they pull up and stop for the level crossing being down, here, any trains coming down the track will just go ploughing straight through you. But other than the bridges, the tunnels, and the level crossings, what have the Romans done for us, eh? Anyways, yeah, we'll just skip past the rail tunnel there. I'm just not looking at those anymore. The route is lovely, okay? The route, the planning and the route is lovely. The execution is lacking, but it's a big ask for a new player. A big ask for a new player to do something this complicated to the highest of standards, okay? So I'm quite forgiving of it. I am quite forgiving of it. And it does show a lot of promise. Anyway, a rail heading across the landscape this way. And then we've got another one of these intersection things. So we shouldn't really have an intersection. We should have a junction with rail. And trams, I can understand the tram. But not a main rail line, I don't know. And then we'll just bear off this way, bear off that way, and then bear off this way again. This way, that way. And then this way. Of course, this way. And then off towards the fog. We've got, I don't mind level crossings out here. That's fine. It's away from the city centre. It's all good. Another one right there. Anyway, it's time for, a little look at the there. Loads of networking going on in this map. So much.
Do your cul-de-sacs look like this? Do you want them to look like this? Then you need the beginner's guide to the perfect cul-de-sacs by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And back to shipping routes. We do have a shipping route going across the rivers. You may notice that the bridges are a little low, so you might want to use advanced vehicle options and choose some smaller ships. They're not listed though, so there will be a minus of staff for detailing going on here. Probably be crunching through that pillar there as well. Bit close to that cliff edge. Bit close to that riverbank, but probably okay. Then this bridge is nice and high, so that's probably a good bridge. Okay, probably a good bridge. Next one's too low, so why bother? Why bother? Why have a high one here and then a low one? I don't understand. And then we've got a high one again, but before that we've got this little cul-de-sac here with the cross-country route. Now that should be okay though, because as long as you don't put your harbour anywhere really stupid, the ships will actually go into that, so you'll be alright, probably. Underneath a really high bridge again. And then if we head off this way, we will find little cut off that way. That heads off to the edge of the map that way. Another lowish bridge there. And everything's right from now on in. Everything is fine from now. Oh, another low bridge there. Everything's fine from now. Oh, hang on. We're going cross country right at the edge of the map, which means there's going to be no ships coming from this direction. But other than that, it's brilliant. Water flow. We have got a lot of water flow. Now, there's realism and there's fantasy going on this map. The river network looks realistic at first glance. And there's a lot of water coming down this way. A lot of it. Loads of it. We'll get down to Start Square in a minute. You'll see what I mean. A little bit of flooding going on here. And they left the game running a little while and it maintained its flooding symbols. Looks like it would fix itself in time, but it didn't while I was recording this show. So probably give it a little bit more time and have a little look. There's your Start Square. Loads of water going through there. And then if you carry on down this way, you can see we're still going downstream and somewhere. Oh, we've got this little cut through here. I like it. It's like quite pretty. It doesn't really make an awful lot of sense, but it's quite pretty. This is what makes it a fantasy map, of course, because the water doesn't need to make total sense. We've got some weird spawn points as well. And we've got water pushing in from the edge of map as well at the other end. So what have we got going on? Let's start off with having a little look at this highway, which I'm sure you've already spotted. Little error signs on the flyby. And that is an incomplete bridge. I don't know why. There's no hints as to why. I reckon they were building the bridge. They were about to knock through the hill there, and Mum said dinner time, and then they completely forgot to finish it. And Maniac PW, I'm sure you're probably 35 years old or something, but yeah, I'm just joking with you a little bit there. We've got a castle here, interesting castle. Some bits about it I like, some bits are not so good, so grand. Like it's just an interesting shape. It's an interesting location. We have got this doorway that you can't get into. I mean, why would they build a doorway there? But the rest of it looks quite fun. We've also got, and I've not seen this done before, so it's a first, and it works as well. These gun emplacements that are elevated up with the old concrete blocks that come in underneath. You can actually walk in. I like that. I like that a lot. That's something that, like I say, we've not seen done before, quite like that, and it works. We have got the essential lighthouse, of course, in blue, and there are some other essential lighthouses, like one over here. Not really sure we'd need one there, but I'm especially not sure we need one. I'm looking for it now. I think it's this lake over here. Yeah, this lake over here. We've got a lighthouse over here. Now, why would we need an orange lighthouse there? What shipping is going to come up there that would require a light? I don't know. Bit of fun though. Always a little bit of fun. And, you know, I like having a little bit of fun with these maps as well. Now, what more have we got? Loads of buildable locations. We've got like little lakes here with, we've got a couple of jetties. Let's check the jetties. Are they clipping into the land or no? You're probably going to need to climb onto the back of that truck to get up onto that jetty. Just a little bit too high. And the other one's about the same as well. I can tell you from my first fly through. But yes, there's a lot going on with this map. There are some drowned trees as well. I'm just going to follow along the rivers just to give you a little feel for the rivers while we've still got a little bit of time before we ready ourselves for the daily vote. Got some nice, basic, simple detailing. I love the shapes of the river as well. The little islands dotted around us. It just feels very natural, which is surprising considering fantasy map and first map as well. But all told, I think the whole thing kind of does come together. Right, I'm starting to think about where to take this thumbnail. Where are we going to do the thumbnail from? There's so many possible locations, yet nothing that's really jumping out at me. Oh, hang on, this looks interesting. Is this possibly a waterfall up here? It's not actually connected to that lake. Well, that's interesting. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a fail. Oh, and we've got the Park Life caves. There's a few of those around the map. Not a huge fan. I think the thing with the Park Life caves is because the stone doesn't match the themed stone, and it always look a bit wrong. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I think it'll fall short, but I think it shows a lot of promise. And so aesthetically, I really like it, okay? I think that the design of the map is amazing. It's let down by the overuse of vanilla trees and a lack of next level polish. That comes with practice. I still think it's worth a 4th star, so 4 stars is what it's going to get. Detailing, it's poor. It's just too poor to get anything more than a 2nd star. It could be a lot worse. So 2 stars for detail. Speaking of a lot worse, gameplay potential. We're going 1 star here because network extensions needs to be listed on the workshop. Now, were that listed on the workshop, this becomes a 3-star map. And if that start square is moved to a slightly better location, becomes a 4-star map. So that's the scores we're looking at, but I can't give it more than 1 star because waiting 20 minutes for it to load and then it's broken, can't have it, I'm sorry. Pagania by maniacpw. Not half bad effort for your first map with just a few basic errors. Well done. Keep it up. Keep coming back. Keep coming back for more. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, for joining me for another map in the What Map series. There's a big shout out to all of my Patreon BonBonB buddies, my spooky BonBonB buddies Thank you very much for supporting me for another month. If you'd like to join them, it's just $1. I'd love to see you there. Old map on the screen now. Want to go and have a little vote on that one? And I'll be back tonight with Flowscape. Check it out. It's sci-fi. I'm not joking. It really is.